us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we start off officially. Namaskar and a very, very warm good morning to all our distinguished dignitaries and everyone present here. I am Devajyoti Das Gupta, and it is with great pleasure and humongous anticipation I welcome you all at the thematic breakout session, and we will be discussing upon bamboo, which is the green gold potential of Assam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's indeed it's great, and we have the stalwarts, we have amazing panelists who will be taking us through the entire discussion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for keeping this as one of the prime subject for discussion is the session aims to explore Assam's vast potential in the bamboo industry and its promising role in sustainable development, economic growth and industrial innovation. Bringing together experts and entrepreneurs, the session underscores bamboo's immense value as a versatile, eco-friendly, income-generating resource. So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning and afternoon, we will be discussing upon various aspects and various subtypes so that it blooms and helps each one of us present here in the ballroom in the near future. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to set the context for the morning and also welcome you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome, he's already here with us, but I would request him to please join us on the podium and render the welcome address. Dr. Abhinav Kant, he is the Director of Bamboo and Green Development Institute, Agartala, Tripura. Well, talking a little about Sir, Dr. Kant, a distinguished expert in the bamboo industry, holds a PhD in bamboo propagation and has been actively engaged in the sector since 2004. Accumulating over 20 years of experience, his expertise encompasses bamboo propagation and plantation, entrepreneurship, development, technology, commercialization, design innovation, and product development, providing him with a comprehensive understanding of the entire bamboo value chain. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Abhinav Kant.
Yeah, thank you. Respected Shri Atul Bora sir, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Excise, Border Protection, Development, Horticulture, Government of Assam, esteemed panelists, distinguished guests and participants. Good morning all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this thematic session on bamboo green gold potential of Assam as a part of Advantage Assam 2.0. We all know Assam with its rich bamboo biodiversity and deep-rooted association with bamboo, it poised to become a leader in the global bamboo economy. So this session will explore the economic, environmental and industrial potential of bamboo while also addressing its role in sustainability, value chain and emerging opportunity across different sectors. Now bamboo is no longer a traditional material. It is being recognized as a key driver of green growth, climate resilience and industrial innovation. From agroforestry to biorefinery, industrial application to luxury construction, the possibility with bamboo are vast. A distinguished panel of speakers today will share insight, experience and strategy that will help us better understanding how Assam can harness the true potential of bamboo as green gold. Now to set the stage of today's discussion, we are privileged to have with us Shri Atul Bora sir, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Excise, Border Protection and Development, Horticulture, Government of Assam. His insight into the agriculture sector and policy for sustainable development will provide us with a deeper understanding of how bamboo can be mainstreamed with Indian economy and environmental strategy. So, welcome you sir. Over to you sir.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Dr. Abhinav Kant, Director, Bamboo and Can Development Institute, Sanjeev Karpe, bamboo construction expert, Mr. Nikunjo Borthakur, advisor, Nomoligori, Mr. Robin Bose, VP, Mutang Industries, Mrs. Sonali Ghosh, CEO, Assam Agroforestry Development Board and Director, Kaziranga National Park, respected participants, ladies and gentlemen present here. With great delight and enthusiasm, I welcome you all to this very, very important session. My special thanks and gratitude to those who are participating from outside Assam, various foreign countries. Thank you all for making Advantage Assam 2.0 2025 fruitful one through your positive response and active participation. Advantage Assam 2.0, the two-day-long Global Investor Summit, has created history. And for this holistic initiative, I would like to offer my heartiest thanks to our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, the most dynamic, energetic, and popular leader of our state. All the guests present here will be happy to know that our Honorable Chief Minister is addressing great deal of importance to create an investment-friendly, very comfortable climate for investors in Assam. Such a huge global investors, such a global investor summit was a big dream for us, and the man who has fulfilled our dream is none other than our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the strongest Prime Minister of independent India. There is a proverb in Assamese, Jarnai Ba Karnai Ha, means he who has no bamboo has no courage. So this session is very important for all of us. I am happy to let you know that yesterday, on the first day, Mega Invest I cannot say the exact number. Maybe more than 2 lakh crores has been made sure. It is a dreams come true like situation for our government, especially for the people of our state. Dr. Nitin Kulkarni, Director, RFRI, is also one of the speakers. I offer my thanks for your presence. It is indeed a great privilege to be here today to deliver the keynote address in the thematic breakout session of Bamboo Green Gold Potential of Assam as a part of the Advantage Assam 2.0 Investment and Infrastructure Summit. Bamboo has been an integral part of Assam's economy and households traditionally since centuries. Every household has at least a few items made out of bamboo in our state. Bamboo is often referred to as the green gold for a variety of reasons. It is one of the most versatile, sustainable, and economically viable natural resources. With its rich biodiversity and vast tracts of forested land, is uniquely positioned to lead the change in harnessing the full potential of bamboo. This vibrant resource is a cornerstone of the state's economy and livelihood, particularly in rural and indigenous communities. And we must tap into its full potential, bolster Assam's growth and sustainability. Bamboo has multiple uses including fabric, oil, cosmetics, incense sticks, agarbattis, bamboo suits, etc. Bamboo market in India is estimated to be more than rupees 27,000 crore. Total bamboo bearing area in India is 15 million hectares, which is largest in the world. Largest in the world. Assam has more than 1 million hectare bamboo bearing area, 125 indigenous and 11 exotic species from 23 genera are found in India. Government of India launched National Bamboo Mission in 2006, which was restructured in 2017. In the same year, Indian Forest Act 1927 was amended to remove bamboo from the definition of tree. 43 species of bamboo are found in Assam, out of which only around 10 species are commercially viable. They are mainly used for house construction, furniture, paper production, handicrafts, household utilities, musical instruments, and incense sticks, agarbattis, etc. On the production side, it's worth noting that organized bamboo plantations have started recently, and FPCs, farmer producers companies, are coming in bamboo cultivation. For example, MP FPC in Kamrup, agarbatti companies can go for buyback arrangement with FPCs. For quality planning material services of research institutes like Rainforest Research Institute may be utilized. Indian bamboo industry is in a dichotomy. While India has the largest area under bamboo covered, only 15% of bamboo bearing areas can be utilized for economic purposes. Again, while India is the second largest producer of bamboo in the world, average yield is only 6 metric ton hectare compared to that of China, which is around 30-40 metric ton hectare. The domestic demand for bamboo stood somewhere around 34 million metric ton, but only 17 million metric ton was harvested in the year 2022. This scenario presents a huge gap between demand and supply. Although India has reasonably good bamboo resources, as we look forward a future of sustainable growth, bamboo presents itself as a perfect solution. It is a highly eco-friendly plant with a low carbon footprint. Bamboo grows rapidly, absorbs carbon dioxide efficiently, and requires minimal water, which makes it an excellent choice for combating climate change. By promoting the cultivation of bamboo, we cannot only boost the local economy but also contribute to environmental conservation. If we talk about challenges in the bamboo sector in Assam, the bamboo value chain is not well. Bamboo value chain is not well organized. Cultivation and harvesting are still done through traditional methods, and there is minimal mechanization in the sector, particularly on the production side. The sector is also plagued by lack of formal training and infusion of latest technology. The sector also witnesses high wastage, and there is no proper waste management strategy. To address the above challenges, research and development efforts are intensified. There is a need for deeper integration between research institutions and industry training and capacity building with inclusion of bamboo in the formal education system needs to be taken up. Bamboo production clusters need to be identified, and bamboo farmer collectives need to be promoted, along with setting up of aggregation, collection centers, mechanization, and modern technology needs to be infused in the sector. A lot more needs to happen on processing and waste management. Finally, a lot of efforts need to be made on making marketing and branding improvement for commerce. I would suggest constitution of think tank of senior experts in the sector who can meet regularly among themselves and with the stakeholders and conduct brainstorming sessions from time to time. Mr. Borthakur is here. What I have seen in Assam, because I am from that locality, the newly established NRL ethanol plant would require a substantial amount of bamboo. So NRL is also encouraging farmers in this regard, what I have seen in the last few days. At the next level, a multi-departmental working group may also be formed, which can support the think tank in formulation sector specific and conducive policy for overall growth of the sector. The government may also form a company either independently or as 50-50 joint venture with leading private sector companies in the sector. This will accelerate the activities in the sector as dependence on fundraising, etc., which are highly fluctuating, will be minimal. The company can also act as an implementing agency for bamboo-based projects under different schemes. CSR funds from leading PSUs and private sector companies may also be leveraged. The government of Assam established Assam State Bamboo Mission in 2007 under the Department of Environment and Forest, which was later shifted to Department of Industries and Commerce in 2018. The state government also notified its bamboo and can policy 2019-24, which had various enabling provisions for the sector. Keeping pace with the times, the government of Assam plans to notify a new policy. The State Bamboo Mission has been working tirelessly for the betterment of the sector. Some of the key areas of accomplishment of the mission in recent past are introduction of latest technology to bamboo artisans, awareness, training and capacity building programs, bamboo resource assessment study for the state of Assam, funded by Ministry of Development of Northeast Region, with the following objectives: to identify the bamboo growing areas of Assam, to estimate species-wise bamboo in recorded forest areas of Assam, and to estimate species-wise bamboo in non-forest areas of Assam. Organized Assam Bamboo Conclave in February 2024 and also participated in the exhibition organized for the third edition of Momentum Northeast 2024 in February 2024. Setting up the Common Facilitation Center for Bamboo Incense Stick Marketing Cluster, Kakopothar, Tinsukia is in progress. Training to the bamboo artisans is being provided through the schemes of Forest Department, Assam State Rural Livelihood Mission and under Skill Development Mission. Advanced to kits have also been distributed to bamboo artisans free of cost. Since the tourist flow has also increased in the recent years, focus is being given to lightweight bamboo, handicraft and jewelry products which are easy to carry and use. I am delighted to see a panel of eminent experts for this session. I am sure that thoughts would be highly useful for everyone present here. Also, the vast potential of bamboo sector offers immense opportunities in the state. With the Advantage Assam platform and the summit, we aim to connect business with the right opportunities and provide a conducive environment for investment. The government is keen to partner with the private sector to develop a world-class bamboo industry that creates jobs, generates income, and puts Assam at the global forefront of sustainable development. Today, I stand before you with a clear message. Assam is ready to welcome investment in the bamboo sector. We are looking for partners who are ready to innovate, scale up, and create sustainable solutions that benefit both our economy and environment. As I conclude, I would like to reiterate that the bamboo sector in Assam is not just about economic growth, it is about building a sustainable green future. I urge all investors and entrepreneurs to take advantage of the abundant opportunities in Assam's bamboo sector. The potential is limitless, and together we can build an industry that drives prosperity, sustainability, and innovation. Thank you once again, and I look forward to fruitful discussions and collaborations during today's session. Joy Aham, Jai Hind.
Well, thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are all set to have an elaborate discussion on bamboo, the green and gold potential in Assam. And like I said, this session will be moderated by Dr. Abhinav Kant, the Director, Bamboo and Cane Development Institute, Agartala. I kindly request you, sir, to please take over.
Thank you, sir. And presence of Honorable Minister shows the commitment of Government of Assam for the bamboo sector. And now once again, I'll just tell you the format of the today's session. We have 4 panelists, esteemed panelists, and we are giving around 8 minutes to each panelist for their presentation. And then at the last, there will be a question and answer session. So we want to give a good time looking towards the presence of participants. The hall is completely full. So now I want to request Madam Dr. Sonali Ghosh. She's a IFS officer with more than 25 years of work experience in the field of forest and natural heritage wildlife in Asia. She has co-authored 2 books, Cultural Landscape of Asia and Wild Treasures, reflecting on natural heritage. She is currently serving as a field director, Kaziranga National Park, and CEO, Assam Agroforestry Development Board. So I'll again request Madam to deliver his talk.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abhinav Kant. Respected Honorable Minister, sir, and distinguished panelists, distinguished audience, thank you for giving me this opportunity. As Dr. Abhinav Kant has introduced, I am basically a forester by training and by profession, and I also happen to be the CEO, which is the additional charge for Assam Agroforestry Development Board. I would like to talk about what this board is, the Assam Agroforestry Development Board, and how we are engaged in the bamboo sector, and we are starting. So Assam Agroforestry Development Board is the only Section 8 company, I would say, in India, which has been exclusively constituted for promotion of agroforestry in the state. And this is as per the directions and the honorable and the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, that way back in 2021, the Cabinet decided to constitute a Section 8 company, not for profit, which would look exclusively into agroforestry. Now, what is agroforestry? We keep talking about it. Is it agriculture? Is it forestry? Or is it a combination of both? And there are many different, agroforestry also has different connotations and words. So, for example, tree outside forest, TOF, or, that agroforestry is synonymous. There are several systems of agroforestry which are prevalent. It's a science in itself. So, it could have silvipastoral, it could have medicinal plants, it could have several other aspects of agroforestry into it. And in Assam, so you would be happy to know, agroforestry has been a traditional system, it's a Badi system. Badi is actually agroforestry. So in terms of people, the communities, the farmers in Assam, they are very well attuned to the agroforestry systems. Badi amar ogoro badi, amar bahoni badi, amar fuloni badi, what we call of. So bahoni badi, now coming to the bamboo sector. Honorable Minister Sir has very eloquently and very comprehensively in his speech given the potential of bamboo in Assam. I will just give you a few data sets, to prove that how bamboo is important for the farmers. If we look at the per hectare yield of a regular crop, that's possibly around 9,800 per hectare. But if it is value added with intercrops, including bamboo, it can go up to 1,21,000 per hectare. So these are some estimates, and I'm sure my distinguished panelists, the research institutions, will be able to give more data on this. So the bamboo is important for, certainly we know, the higher income potential, for the quick returns, for diverse income sources, employment generation, climate resilience, and now more recently we have the carbon credits. So these are the key aspects in which the bamboo sector, the agroforestry sector will move. Coming to a few examples, and I was thinking that I can see a lot many familiar faces in this room. It's packed, we have farmers, we have students. I would like to name a few because these are the wonderful examples of how in Assam we have done some great best practices of bamboo. So we have a set of very bright young forest officers sitting here, and I can see Madam Dimpy Bora. We should give her a round of applause because she, as DFO of Kamrup East Division, had got the women of Kamrup Division to make bamboo jewelry, and they earned more than 12 lakhs just by selling the bamboo jewelry. So that was a wonderful example that I can think of, that in terms of how do we get the forest fringe communities, how do we get the women especially to be available and get them an enterprise, because in Assam, as rightly said by Honorable Minister Sir, we have it's a aspect. The bamboo has a very strong cultural and a community connect. And when we talk of culture, when we talk of communities, we should and we must include the women, the village women, who do a lot of value addition to the bamboo sector. Another example is which Honorable Minister Sir has mentioned in his speech, and we have the advisor for Numaligarh, and which as Agro Board we are implementing, is the bioethanol plant for Numaligarh. Now, Numaligarh has ventured into a very ambitious and a very futuristic and a positive project, which is to make and produce 6 crore liters of bioethanol one of the only tissue culture lab in Assam which is producing the tissue culture produced bamboo plant material. This tissue culture produced bamboo plant material is being sent to the nurseries. The nurseries are secondary gardening and multiplying them, and in a way we are getting more than 30 lakh target of bamboo plants in India. So this beautiful collaboration between private sector, between the government and the farmers is something which will eventually go into the bioethanol, making it a completely sustainable model. So these two examples are something which I would like to share with you all. The other new thing in which the bamboo sector has a lot of scope is the nature-based solution. So, sir, you're aware that we have two externally aided projects of the World Bank and the ADB, which is to protect the river Brahmaputra using engineering methods. But in these embankments, there is a plan to also strengthen them with vegetative matter. So it could be bamboo, it could be any other medicinal aromatic plants or other forestry options which will strengthen and prolong the life of these embankments. So this as a nature-based solution is another example. I'll stop here and thank you so much for being here.
Rightly said that India is the first number one country having the largest bamboo growing area, which is now 16 million hectare. So how to utilize that material is the most important thing, and utilizing bamboo in an industrial way as a energy source is the most important thing. So now our next panelist is from NRL. So he is Mr. Nikunj Thakur, BE in Electronics from NIT Bhopal, and having 37 years of expertise in oil industries. As Head of Corporate Affairs and Director of Assam Bioethanol Private Limited, he finalized bamboo feedstock strategy for bioethanol production and spearheaded initiatives like NRL ideation to foster a startup in the Northeast, including the creation of NRL Angel Fund. So, over to you.
Respected Honorable Minister Sir, esteemed panelists, and Mittal Sir, warm good afternoon to all of you, and thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. And I'm really overwhelmed by the response our session has got. Now I'll start with the specific topic which is relevant to our biorefinery. Most of you know, but I will still touch upon a little bit about our biorefinery. Sonali Madam has already spoken about it. We will be producing in 9,000 metric tons of bioethanol, which will be blended with petrol. And we will also produce two separate chemicals, furfural and acetic acid, along with this. And we also have such few very ambitious plans where the entrepreneurs can also chip in. I will also like to touch upon these points in the latter part of my speech. As Sonali Madam is saying that we will require huge quantity of bamboo. In logistic terms, I'd like to simplify it a little bit. By our biorefinery will require almost 100 truckloads of bamboo chips every day. So you can imagine the kind of bamboo required for this plant. 100 truckloads of chips, which if you transport it not as chip as poles, then it will be more than double. So that's the kind of bamboo requirement for our biorefinery. So with that kind of logistic, our focus has to be primarily on two things. irrigation, and the second one is sustainability. As all the esteemed speakers have spoken about sustainability, and I'm sure that there will be further discussion on sustainability of the feedstock. Now, let me talk about what we are doing about the bamboo aggregation plan, how we are going to maintain the supply chain. See, our primary source for bamboo will be the individual farmers, JFMCs, FPOs and FPCs. So we are targeting an area of around 200 kilometers in the radius from Numaligarh, which will cover the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Assam, and particularly the Karbi Anglong district, which has got a very huge quantity of bamboo. And how do we make it remunerative to the farmers so that they take up this bamboo farming as a profession and then probably switch for some of the less remunerative crops. We have also put a digital solution for supply chain. This supply chain solution covers, it's a very highly sophisticated supply chain and digital platform which covers the planning, short-term and mid-term forecasting, and then scheduling, shipping, transportation, pricing, geo-tagging, and of course the billing. So this is a comprehensive system, and I'm very happy to tell you that all the stakeholders like the farmers, the transporters, the shippers, everybody will be individually get paid. The money will be transferred into their account directly so that there is no need for a middleman in between. For the purpose of aggregation, we have identified 24 local level entrepreneurs. We want to actually decentralize the shipping activity to the areas nearby us. So all these 24 local level entrepreneurs have been selected strategically so that in the vicinity of in the 20 to 30 kilometer radius of each LLEs, there is a captive stock of harvestable bamboo of around 15,000 tons per annum. And each local level entrepreneurs will collect this bamboo, chip it and send it to us. We would prefer the chipped bamboo so that our transportation cost is less, and if we dry the bamboo, it is better because otherwise we are transporting 40% of water which is not required. These chippers will supply 40 tons per day of bamboo chips, and in order to take care of the monsoonal season, they will need to keep a stock of around 90 days of bamboo, so that we don't have any disruption, because ours is almost like a continuous plant, so we cannot afford to stop it because of lack of feedstock. Now coming to the pricing part of it, how do we make it remunerative to the farmers? We are adopting a dynamic pricing mechanism. Dynamic pricing mechanism means the pricing will change from during the year also. In the lean season, probably the pricing will be more. In the normal season, the pricing will be better, a little better for us. And then we have a different sourcing strategy for plain and hill areas. In the plain areas, we will be mostly employing that milk logistic. That means our trucks will go collect the bamboo and bring it to the LLEs. In the hill areas, we are adopting a strategy of supply to and get to the LLEs campus. And we have been actually looking at the economics of bamboo as a farming. While I do not really want to compete with the other crops, I am seeing quite a few people from the tea industry. We do not really want to compete with the tea industry, but I can tell you that this bamboo farming will be very remunerative once we go on stream. Once we go on stream, we actually did a calculation and we have found it that it will be very remunerative, and the price can further go up by inter farming also, it can go up. Now, as far as the sustainability is concerned, Sonali Madam had already spoken about it. How are we going to make sure that there is always a sustained supply of bamboo? So we have actually collaborated with Chroma Biotech. Chamrita is here, and then we will be buying 10 lakh saplings, and those will be secondarily hardened, and it will be split into two. So over a period of 3 years, we will be getting around 60 lakh bamboo saplings, which will be distributed to the farmers, so that there is a sustained supply of bamboo, and being the tissue cultured, it will have a better yield than. Actually, we really do not need to invent anything, because the bamboo which we require, the most suitable bamboo for us is Jati Bah and Bhaluka Bah, which is abundantly available, but only that tissue culturing will make it more improved. This yield will improve more. So that's why what we are doing, and also we are training the farmers in modern harvesting techniques. Like there'll be only 1/3 of the clump will be harvested every year using technologies, using methods like tunneling or horseshoeing. So those are some of the techniques which will be used by the farmers for harvesting, and we expect to have this sustained supply of bamboo. I'll just touch 1 minute on the further opportunities in the biorefinery. One is that in the chipping plants, if you see, there will be a lot of bamboo dust generated. So bamboo dust, we have found that it is one of the best material for biochar. So biochar is a very good remunerative product one can think of setting up industries. And also this biochar can be converted into activated carbon. So we are also collaborating with IIT Guwahati for a plant like this. The other opportunity is that we will be requiring a lot of raw material, like one is bamboo, of course. There is an opportunity in this logistics. The other thing is that we will require a huge quantity of formic acid. If somebody wants to set up a plant in formic acid, we will provide a ready-made market for it. Then I am told that there are some people from enzyme manufacturers. So enzyme is one thing which will be requiring. We will be requiring almost like 10,000 tons of enzyme every year. So there are plenty of opportunities. I'll welcome any entrepreneur who would like to be a part of our journey, and I'm available for any question after that. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nikhil sir. It is a great insight behind the mineral and what are the requirements. And developing a value chain is really a very, very difficult task, especially in the field of bamboo. So, very great congratulations for you and for your efforts. Since bamboo is a very important sector, and it directly addresses 11 SDGs among 17 SDGs. So we can say this is one of most versatile plant on planet Earth, and we can say it can provide roti, kapda and makan. We can eat bamboo, we can wear now, there are textile, and the construction sector is again going like on a different level. So now our next panelist is from construction sector, and I would like to introduce Shri Sanjeev Karpeji, and he's an electrical engineer and has been a pioneer in the bamboo industry for over 22 years, promoting self-sustainable enterprise in rural India. He is a founder and director of Thornbeck Bamboo and Cane Development Center and managing director of Native Thornbeck Bamboo Product Private Limited, which built India's largest bamboo structure, which is around 10,750 square feet. He also co-founded Jan's Bamboo Product Private Limited, responsible for India's bamboo construction project, which is around 1 lakh square feet. So, sir, we think you have a presentation. So you can have very good visuals also, jaw-dropping slides. So over to you.
time to change this perception and start using bamboo as a privilege. Because when you compare bamboo with any other traditional material like steel, cement, glass, plastic, it ends up in emitting a lot of carbon dioxide during its production. And to combat global warming, we need somehow to control that. And bamboo is the material which emits actually oxygen during its production. So in 2004, in Sindhu district of Maharashtra, we formed this organization called Contact with the help of NBAR. NBAR is the Intergovernmental International Body, and set up a facility to pressure treat the bamboo, do some primary process, train our artisan to straighten the bamboo. This is of course a traditional method to straighten the bamboo, but we could able to train and to convert the bamboo into absolutely straight bamboo as straight as possible, and we can bend the bamboo with the same way. So we converted this material into commodity. Any size and shape you tell us, we can give you treated and graded bamboo. We set up a facility to prefabricate construction component. And construction component like this is prefabricated, packed, side to side on a longer trailer, and this is actual construction on site. So we could able to change overall image of bamboo and bamboo construction in India. In 2016, along with my friend Mr. Krunal Negandhi, who is sitting here, we formed a company called Jazz Bamboo and started doing a turnkey job. This is a clubhouse of one builder in Hyderabad, which we did. This 10,800 square feet of a structure. And then we started getting a repeat orders. Here roofing is also bamboo. This is a flattened bamboo sheet. And aesthetical, beautiful and durable, but not cheap. Actually this is very, very expensive when we compare with the steel or cement. Then we started doing a prefabricated type of a construction where components like this is actually made in factory, and just like metal prefabricated construction, we have developed a technique where absolutely prefabricated, even not a hole needs to be drilled on site. And this is the banquet which we built in Karnataka. And then we started getting much more projects. This is one project for forest department in Maharashtra. This is 1 lakh square feet of a construction, right from flooring to roofing, everything is one. And because this was a government project, so the third party testing, codes, standards, everything is set up. Then we did multiple projects for private. This is one resort in Rishikesh. This type of shape and beauty, you cannot bring it to any other material. And slowly we found that yes, this is acceptable mainly for a tourism industry, and we need to now really take it to next level. Then we thought that we need to check whether we are globally competitive or not. We got an opportunity to work for Water Australia, which is a brand of at Maldives, we did this restaurant for them. All the components prefabricated in one factory, and this is a really very, very high resort. 10 lakh rupees night is the charge here, and this complete restaurant is done. This particular work was created by CNN UK in top 16 best waterfront restaurant in the world. We started getting multiple awards from abroad. This is one more project in Maldives, and it shows that we could able to compete with China. We will compete with them outside India, and this gives us confidence that yes, Indian technology, Indian bamboo can be globally competitive. We got one more opportunity to work for FIFA Football World Cup. Resort where players stay. With all the and this is really shows that yes, Indian bamboo can be created. I would like to request all of you here in Assam that let's work together and try to get the recognized for this material as not only world's number one sustainable raw material, but we are globally competitive. We can beat anybody anywhere in the world. Let's work together and give more of this.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. Thank you for being on time. And again, the presentation and the structures are exceptional. Now, bamboo, more than 136 species of bamboo. And I think species is specific plantations for most of our countries. And in India, we have very few institutes doing R&D in bamboo as a raw material. And that most significant institute is RFRI. So now I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Nitin Kulkarni sir. He is Director RFRI, with his extensive expertise in forest science, has contributed significantly to the advancement of forestry research, focusing on sustainable forest management, biodiversity conservation, and technology transfer. Dr. Kulkarni's leadership and research have played a vital role in strengthening RFRI reputation as a hub for forestry research and ecological sustainability in the region. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Abhinav Kant. Very good afternoon to all the distinguished delegates and all the distinguished our guests on the dais, including our Minister of Agriculture, Government of Assam, and all other distinguished honorable guests. It is actually a privilege for me to speak on behalf of the Institute of Rainforest Research Institute, ICFRA Rainforest Research Institute. There are so many familiar faces sitting off the dais also. I must express that great to see you all here, including our respected Dr. S.C. Goyala, who is ex-Director General of Indian Department of Policy, Research and Education, who has come here out of his own interest. And it is whatever the council and the institute is because of his efforts and efforts. So let us, I just request you to give a big applause of Sir, the bamboo, we have discussed many things, very excellent, many excellent presentations and the discussions we have heard, including the NRL from the Madam Sonali Ghosh and Dr. Karkasap. But now I'll be showing you a few things which where just to draw attention that where we require to work more and in a more partnering manner and in a coordinated manner. So bamboo we all know. I won't take much time into this because we are here in the advantage Assam, but it is very disadvantageous to speak at the end. Many of the things have already been spoken, so I'll just skip many of the slides. We know that why we call it green gold, because bamboo has been an integral part of our life, not only rural life but even the urban life since birth to death. We all know it, and that's why before it even became the green gold, or it was named as green gold, it was very well known to our society, and it was used in various purposes. As far as diversity is concerned, we all know that diversity is concerned, the 136 species of 23 genera and 96 are native and 40 species are cultivated. This is the data which I have brought for you. And bamboo area in India, it is always a matter of discussion that it keeps fluctuating. But in Assam we have 10,659 km square as far as the published data is concerned, because we refer as researcher only the published data which is available. And overall in northeastern region we have 92 species and 15 genera. Assam has 56 species. So here we have the advantage which we cannot ignore. Now the global livelihood contribution and the Indian artisans community. Initially I have not yet come to the most modern aspect, that is industrialization things and others. But even before, the 2 million traditional artisans are still depending upon the bamboo as traditional their livelihoods and including their own daily needs also. Now we have come up to the industrialization phase, where we have seen the Karpesar's presentation. There are a lot of such structures, not many such structures are coming up in construction, furniture making, pulp, textiles, beverages, and you think and you can get many of such products, including the enzyme production and the ethanol production. I have already included this. But the most important thing is environment also. We must consider that also, because bamboo is the material which is the fastest carbon sink, we can say, because of its growth and the capability to sequester the carbon. Thus, the standing biomass, as per the published things available, is something around the tune of this, and we are then Assam sites here. As far as the tonnage is concerned, again we are after the Arunachal Pradesh, we are here. Now ICFRE, RFRI, that is Rainforest Research Institute, has already conducted in other regions like Tripura and Nagaland. We are into the resource mapping work for Assam also, which is ongoing, and this will be very useful in future. Mr. Sir is also sitting here, sir. We are already enumerating and mapping the resources available in Assam. That work is still going on with the help of funding from the NET. Now, industry requirement and information gap. Here I have given very moderate figure. What figure has been given by NRL advisor sir is enormous. So I can see that my claim has become further stronger. What I will be speaking in the slides to proceed. Because information is not very adequate and we are still generating many of the information. We know that the Assam is the place where we can, very good diversity is there, very good, as far as acreage is concerned, very good acreage is there under bamboo cultivation. But then we have to think of many things, because by the way the industrialization is going on, we find that even NRL itself requires 100 trucks of chipped bamboos per day. Can we all imagine how much raw material we will be requiring in future? So therefore the demand and the supply gap is definitely there, and it is good that we have been able to identify that gap, and I'll call it bamboo outside forest. Madam said green outside forest concept. It is same, but ever since the bamboo has been brought under the category of grasses in 2017, I would like to call it as bamboo outside forest rather than the tree outside forest. And then why it is? Because 85% of the growing stock is still in forest. So therefore, low productivity has to be handled, and there where the role of research institutions like ours come into play. This picture is very essential to discuss in such an important occasion, so that we can highlight what exactly is to be taken up in future. Now, since the extraction from forest is definitely a challenging task, but there is a scope for large-scale scientific cultivation in non-forest areas. She has explained, Madam Sonali Ghosh, that the Assam has already taken up works in this direction for growing the bamboo outside forests. But then what is required is productivity enhancement. It is simply, there are number of species available in the area, but all these species are not useful for all kinds of industries. So there must be some kind of selection where the particular bamboo species is required for particular industry. So we need to plan that way. And not only that, agroforestry or bamboo outside forest and intercropping is okay. Cultivation is definitely okay. But reclamation of degraded lands is to also be taken up so that we can resource base. Now here comes the role of ICFRA research, Rainforest Research Institute and other institutes and Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, because I am not only representing the Rainforest Research Institute but the whole council, that is Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, where we are carrying out these kind of works through different 9 to 10 different institutions across the country, and we are also one of them. Now this is UPM, which is actually the foundation for a thriving bamboo industry. We really see a promise as far as this bamboo availability is concerned, but then we can fulfill only through proper researches and the selection of species, and further I will be telling you what exactly we need to do. And that is the close actually required to be implementation field trials through genetic we have already selected 300 the candidate farms for 15 important species, and work is already going on so that the quality planting material can be taken up. Here we have representative from Chroma Biotech, madam. So she will definitely appreciate that the product that she is giving to supplying to the NRL is from ICFRA Rainforest Research Institute only, and that material was given to her under the non-exclusive license. So you will definitely acknowledge that, and please acknowledge the RFRI also in your future presentations. Then, apart from all these, we have seen good presentations, but whatever we are doing for motivating the people in such kind of things, we are just going quickly because time machine is going very fast. So these are some of the genotypes which we have already found, very high yielding genotypes, and which will be the future material for the multiplication. And this is not only Chroma Biotech, but we have given to Devlila Biotech Chhattisgarh, the MP State Bamboo Mission of Assam, the Bihar Forest Department, Coimbatore, IGKV, Raipur, and then Chroma Biotech, Dibrugarh also. From this platform, I also offer the non-exclusive licensing to other players also, those who are trying to set up the tissue culture as an entrepreneurship or the startups. So that will definitely pave way for further availability of this kind of residential areas, no doubt, because of so many factors like regulatory advantages. Now we have, as far as bamboo is concerned, we have traditional knowledge. Bamboo is not only an industry, but livelihood material for the rural as well as livelihood. And logistical advantages are there because we have Brahmaputra river, the most favored river, through which we can transport these things. Nowadays, the waterways have become very fast, like the Ganges and even the Brahmaputra as well. And then the natural biofuels and biodiversity. These are the advantages. So, what about investment opportunities that come out of bamboo? I'll not speak about bamboo-based industries in India only. We have bamboo-based tourism, bamboo export opportunities. I'll focus mainly on the bamboo forestry and material production, and the bamboo cultivation and plantation, research and innovation, skill development and entrepreneurship. Where the research institutes like ours can definitely play an important role because it is not only about the rural development but more skill-specific, industry-specific development of tools and the materials. Like the construction business requires sturdy bamboo. The NRL requires good biomass. Here, the businesses can search for these and create employment specific different uses. And I think with the development of tools and the agencies like the Solo Biotech and many others, startups slowly may come and take up and then provide various services. With this, I hope that many more players will come in, and this is not only about the investment in industry and the industry engagement, but the investment in research is also required by the industry so that we can come up with many more such solutions. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost reaching towards the climactic part of this session. However, ladies and gentlemen, we now open the doors for some questions to happen as we have asked the experts from the industry to answer all the questions. Please ask the questions. So, VIPs, can we help? Can we have someone to help them with the mic?
Excellent panelists, thank you so much. Esteemed panelists, the audience is here. Thank you so much for introducing me. We have the only agriculture facility in North Australia which is focused on generating bamboo agricultural saplings. And we are right now in contract with NRL to supply these saplings along with the company, Assam Forest Department, for the marginal, which it will be a sustainable biomass for it. And having said that, introducing myself, so my question is to you. It's so heartening to see what you have done with bamboo in a bamboo construction, sir. I would like to know that you source your bamboo from, sir, and if I may know the species of bamboos.
So we have motivated farmers in Sindhu district of Maharashtra to grow bamboo, the species which we use at Dhansiri, and more than 10,000 farmers in Sindhu district is now doing proper farming of bamboo. And I am happy to tell you that these farmers have paid 25,000 rupees per ton price because we are in the district where world-class Alfonso mango is. So our competition is Alfonso mango. This is all the amount which we
The 25,000
per ton
per ton,
is the price which is given.
and the species is
Tender on the stocks. In Maharashtra we have limited species. In our district we have only 3 species. And out of that 3, this one is a better. That's why we selected this. You have 92 species and much better bamboo than us. So we have put in more effort to see that bamboo is converted into good quality product. We don't have good quality bamboo, but we have put in more efforts to convert it into.
So is there any opportunity for bamboos to be shipped
Dhansiri Hall, and the organic tea producer. My direct question is to Shivani ma'am. Please explain about tissue culture. Please explain details.
Thank you, sir, for the question. I'm not the expert Dr. Amrita is, but having said that, in a simple layman's language, like how I understand, so we produce plants from seeds. We do that. But in case of bamboo, we cannot. The seeding, the flowering happens after many years. So what is the other way? You could vegetatively propagate. So you could cut the cones and put them in the ground and do
That
that.
is I know, but the commercialization of the details.
Oh, okay. So you want to know that why tissue culture?
Why tissue culture?
Why tissue culture?
NRL and all that.
So the tissue culture is just giving us faster production, and it is giving us quality planting material. So QPM, which Dr. Nitin Kulkarni was mentioning, so QPM is something that we need to now bring into our agroforestry systems, because you'll get much higher yield from clones. So that's why tissue cultured produced plants will have a better yield, if I've understood. Yes. So, yeah, so that I think I can answer.
Madam will be very happy to supply you. So no issue.
Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll just take one question. There was someone at the behind.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. My question is to Bodhakur sir. So, what are the plans of NRL for using the leftover, that is the sawdust?
The sawdust, as we have said, this sawdust we are going to convert it into biochar, and we are collaborating with IIT Guwahati. We have commissioned a study for converting this biochar into activated carbon. Activated carbon, it has got a lot of values. There is something called the iodine factor. If the iodine factor is more, then it's very valuable. Higher the iodine factor, the highest one is used for the cosmetics, which is very expensive. So this is the plan for the sawdust. But there will be some leftover after we use it the lignin in the CHP. That ash has got a fertilizer value, so which you can distribute it for fertilizer.
Well, thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely apologize.
Just one question. Listening to Dr. Bhattakur. I'm Dekha. I'm Secretary TA Association of India. Like you have been saying that you might be a competition to tea at one point of time. And on the contrary, we would like to merge. And work together. In fact, we were in touch with Dr. Nach. Because you see, there are a lot of we already got the entire. So we have been encouraging our people to plant this trees. But during that time, the buyback policy and all was not in place. So I hope it is in place now, because
You see how we go about it. As I was saying that we will have multiple sources. So when you come to us that we are going to grow this much of bamboo, then we will come and see whether assessment we will be doing. After that, once we see that there is a genuine potential, we will sign MOU with you for buyback. See, if you start planting now, you will be able to sell it after 3 to 4 years. Will be notice that our requirement is so much by anybody, everybody.
but sir, during is there any minimum this thing which was there? I do not.
No, there is no minimum. In fact, we are signing 3,200 individuals. You can imagine individual we have very bamboo. So if you
some guys have already started.
Yes.
So from the tea industry, sir, we will be very interested.
Yes.
We have already been in touch with Dr. Nath and Dr. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, ladies, I'm extremely sorry, sir. I know that
Small question only.
the thing is we have a session soon after this, and we need to vacate the.
My direct question to Minister sir. Sir, I am having a bamboo-based industry in Tejpur. Open opened last year of incense sticks and all. But seeing the opportunity of bamboo, we opened the industry. But at the present, we are unable to survive due to competition from China. Imports bamboo materials or bamboo-based products. So what government is doing for demotivating the import of bamboo-based products or bamboo in Assam?
We are trying to create an environment. So I'm not aware of that industry in school. I come to know today itself. So today we are having among the with the entrepreneurs and those who are doing industry, bamboo-based industry in Assam. So you have got many more information from the panelists. So I think they will be the right person to like keep with you.
Yeah, as we are in recycle.
Just along with here in the lobby, counter your question. In fact, this is these are and probably get and consume outside. Well, it is well noted. Just these of course, this to your point is noted. Get back. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to felicitate our minister along with all distinguished within the also request Varsha Das, the Secretary Preservation Department, to please step forward and join us on stage and do the honor by felicitating our distinguished sister along with our speakers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be concluding the session with a vote of thanks, and in respect to the speaker, may I please request all of you to settle down just for a few minutes, and you can probably jot down your questions and ask our speakers and the minister outside. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It indeed was very, very fruitful and enlightening session, and I hope whatever you have heard, you have kept that in mind, and you would counter our specialist outside. We extend a big thank you to all our distinguished dignitaries, to our honorable minister, sir, everyone from the enterprises, from the government and the non-government organizations, and we would also extend a big thank you to our media partners and everyone at the sound and light console. Thank you very much. This is me, Devajyoti Das Gupta, signing off for now. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.